Volunteers, stand by.
In the control post, together, Wasp there on the left, team captain Rob Williams and Brutus Maximus, led by Joe Justina on the right. And the bearded Ian Lewis, captain of the champions, Razor on the left, Raging Reality, captained by Nigel Paget on the right. There's Sir Kilowatt of the House Robots in the arena, with the Crusher and Sergeant Bash and the Flamethrower.
3, 2, 1.
What a dramatic way to start Heat 1 of the Sick Wars with the reigning champions, Razor, there at the bottom of your picture, turning to have a go at Brutus Maximus, but chased into the corner by Raging Reality, getting away, spinning once again into the safety of the arena centre. There, the big, ponderous machine, Brutus Maximus, taking on Razor once again, and Razor trying to get in there on one of the tyres, and what was that being flipped? Wasp went into the air, but look at Razor crushing in here on the tyres of Brutus Maximus, which surely has not long left to survive. Seem to be deflated. There's the team captain of Brutus Maximus trying to get more out of his boy Joe Justina. Wasp is on its side. Now Razor trying to take on Raging Reality. Back comes Brutus Maximus. Only 2 survive this first melee. Wasp seems to be out of it. Razor pushing against Raging Reality, which is now caught between a rock and a hard place. In other words, between Razor and Sergeant Bash, but he's still trying to gain momentum. Brutus Maximus, we saw there, is still alive, just trundling through the top of the picture, but Razor has control, and a clutch on Raging Reality, and once again going for the vulnerable spot. The tyres with the crushing beak, just saw there the back of Vinnie Blunt's balding head there in the control pod. Sergeant Bash looks on, so does the ref pod. Brutus Maximus a little bit lopsided, but still trundling. Razor's had a go at all of them, it seems to me. Where's Wasp in all this? Oh, overturn, over and out, over to you, Sir Kilowatt, I would have thought, for the Wasp boys. We know there's no sting in there, and we know the end of the tail is nigh for Wasp. Buzz off and out of here and fly away to fight another day. It looks gruesome. Now there's Raging Reality, and a little flip from them on Brutus Maximus. Razor had a look. Brutus Maximus, can they overturn? Wasp, we know, is finished. Oh, look at the shredding, though, of that drill. And there's the pit release button. Down goes the pit. That's been activated out there on the arena. And they want someone to go down in the pit. You see the sparks from the arena sidewalls there? Another one of our weapons. And now you can see Razor in on those bicycle wheels we were telling you about. All along, that was going to be a weak link for Brutus Maximus. Sir Kilowatt also has a little bit of a feel and a grope. Very unpleasant to think about. So is that washing machine suspended above the arena. It's the ultimate of the arena weapons, the drop zone. More on that later. The wheel goes into the pit of oblivion. Off Brutus Maximus. 3 wheels left on their wagon, and they know where their journey's going to end. Well, on the flame pit right now. So burnt bicycle wheels coming to the arena with wooden bicycle wheels and petrol driven. What were they thinking about? And the ref bot is thinking about the count, and Brutus Maximus from Bradford are heading out. Smiles on their faces, 10 on the clock. They're out, says the crowd. Gone from the 6 Robot Wars battles in this first heat. The mayhem, though, goes on. Razor on Wasp. Down comes that great crushing. You see the holes there? Drilled in Razor. That is to cut down on the amount of weight they have in the arena. Up comes Brutus Maximus, and they're long gone. Raging Reality tossed them out of the arena. I like Raging Reality snippy, you know. Seats is cool.
3, 2, 1.
Green light from the ref bot. And panic attack on the attack. Immediately on Axor, barrel-shaped really Axor with the axe that comes down. Driven by Robert Grimm, big Michael Owen Liverpool football fan. Will it be grim news here for Axor against Panic Attack? The armour of Panic Attack virtually impenetrable, always has been, to Kim Davis's secret design in underneath Axor, negating then the power of the axe. The axe can't get them. They're in underneath. They've rolled Axor over. Self-right. Good style. Good driving by Robert Grimm there. Let's have a look at it. Panic Attack. It was a worthy shove. Rolling Axor over. And immediately, boing, boing, up it comes. Challenger this. Axel, 97 kilos, just the lighter. Not quite as long as Panic Attack. Panic Attack this time hoists up using the pneumatic lifting forks. Carries Axel around the arena. They're loving it. Towards the... I see now. The tactic. The pit release button. Panic Attack will reverse onto the pit release button and then piggyback Axel towards the pit. This is all rather inevitable, isn't it? And rather ghoulish and ghastly for Axel. And they're about to be dumped in the pit any moment now. Well, what a fine and stylish performance by Panic Attack this was. Inexorably pitted. Very, very impressive, Kim Davis. Well done. That was good stuff. This is the decisive moment, driving onto the arena sidewall so they could get in underneath and hoist Axel onto the top. Then the pit release. Knew exactly what he was going to do. Had his tactics worked out in advance, Kim Davis probably. There towards the pit, and off you go. You're too heavy for me.
Stand by.
Really Big Cheese, Team Captain Roger Plant is fondue a big performance in Robot Wars. And Kilotron. Richard Broad, the team captain, there on the left-hand side of controls, an aircraft interior fitter by trade.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Just any ordinary chunk of cheese. Oh, Gruyere, you want to come and bet on that. Kilotron on the left-hand side. There's Richard Broad. Oh, down comes his axe, but up comes the flipper of Really Big Cheese! And Kilotron immediately turned over onto its coxcomb there. And can they recover their senses and their place in Robot Wars? That was a sensational flip from Really Big Cheese. What power, and again! Actually, it flicks itself up and over, doesn't it? But can right itself, of course. Oh! There's the old piggyback. This is great stuff. Kilotron, over and out. Look at this. Really Big Cheese underneath. Hey! Up and over you go. The axe for the brunt of the fall. I don't know whether or not the Kilotron axe will be bendy, pliable, or damaging after that. Sensational stuff from Really Big Cheese, so impressive. Kilotron's just about okay, rocking and a reeling. Really Big Cheese on the attack again, with the wedge of cheese. Hard cheddar for Kilotron. Hey! Up and over once again. It's a spree for the Brie boys of Really Big Cheese. And Kilotron now about to be attacked by Matilda, by Kilowatt. Go on, Tildy, you have a go now, says Kilowatt. Oh, you're too slow, Matilda. Kilowatt wants to drag it away. Oh, poor old Kilotron. Richard and Abdul and Ian. So much painstaking care on these robots. We have fun with them, but you have our admiration out there, each and every one of you. Well, obviously not her admiration. See, once you've torched and pitted. Cruella de Vil, it must have been out there in the audience. Kilotron's pink paint at the moment. Oh, it's smoking and burning. And pink paint punctured hopes of Kilotron. The chainsaw of Matilda. This really is making me weep with joy. Oh, a slow slice. It's better actually when the pain is slower. How's Robert? I find. I don't know about you back at home, but I certainly do. And Dead Metal and Matilda and Kilowatt. Go on, end it now. Kilotron into the pits, for mercy's sake. Well done. Really Big Cheese, and mighty impressive it was too. From Roger Plant and Co. and poor old Richard Abdul and Ian. Well, they've gone defiant to the end. It's too late now. You're out. Go home. And unleashed from the House Robot's cage, Dead Metal with the pincers, and Sir Kilowatt with the lance and claws.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Rough Dougal Off there with Weldor spraying steam. Tetanus 2 comes into the fray. Dougal up on one wheel or one paw, I'm not too sure. Turns away. Tetanus 2 looks impressive. Weldor shoved against the ref bot there. The ref bot can't take any aggressive action. It is there to mediate and count down, of course. Don't forget that. Tetanus 2 is doing a lot of aggression. Should this go to a judge's decision, that could prove decisive. Tetanus 2, for me, looks very good. And Weldor, for all their experience, they were once World Championship quarterfinalists, are impaled on the arena side wall. The team captain, David Lundy, will be disappointed. And on to the flame pit. Now, what's Rough Dougal getting up to? Well, they're in with Cyrax as we see Weldor once again. Oh, Dougal's tail's on fire! What's he going to do to put this out? Tail? The whole coat's on fire now. Where's the old dog going to go here? Well, I think he's going to have something to chew about after this. Rough Dougal. Oh, it looks painful. And there at the controls, the Dougal team. Grimace, the spike comes out of the front. Modelled on a medieval dagger, they say. But this is an old story for flammable robots in the arena. You will be caught out, and you will be charcoal. And there, with the axe down, is Cyrax. They're in major trouble now. The Cyrax team are on top. We saw them. Poor old Dougal. Meanwhile, Tetanus 2, still a little private battle on Weldor. Did they have something worked out here? Cyrax and the boys from Tetanus 2, a plan? Because they've taken on separate opponents. Poor old Dougal's away. Only the eyes remain. Cyrax well controlled throughout. Now, Tetanus 2 has Weldor in the clutches of dead metal. This is a very good display by Tetanus 2. The team from Ludlow in Shropshire, Paul Snook, Conrad Snook and Luke Angel, the 15-year-old. I like the look of this machine. As I said before, it's got multi-functional weapons and it's depressed the pit release button. Oh, please put Dougal out of its misery. We haven't got a kennel, but we've got a pit, and down goes Weldor. Into the pit, Weldor out. They fought in Series 3, they fought in Series 4, and they're out in Series 6. Gone. Now, dear, oh dear. Look, he's gone white with fright. Poor old Dougal, good luck. I'll tell you something, though. It's still going. Is that just superficial damage? I wonder. And there are 3 machines still fighting out there. Cease's core.
They're good odds. There's the 3. Here come R2. Shunt first of all against the Scorpion with that cutting disc at the back. Shunt beginning to move away from Scorpion. There's Stinger being thrust away by Dead Metal. Well, they're very brave to go in against our House Robots. We know that because House Robots are out of the CPZs. They can do whatever they want in this. No holds barred. We've got the flipper as well. Sorry, didn't we tell you about that? Ha! Too late now, isn't it? To find out what we've got up our sleeve. We've got weapons like that and axle grinders and flamethrowers and torches and goodness knows what. We're not going to lose this, let me tell you. There's Dead Metal in on Stinger. Now beginning to be a little bit frightened, are we? Stinger activates the pit button. Who's going to go down there? Is that a little bit rash? Scorpion being tagged. Who had to go? The ref bot there. He's not part of it. Shunt with a little push and Plunderbird have gone. Well, they were hardly in the action there at all, were they? Brian Kilburn and Mike Onslow. There's Stinger, but Dead Metal is making a cursory glance, rather cumbersome push as well, and Shunt has the Scorpion of Jeff Smith and John Bell and his daughter Sarah. Scorpion has been pinched and stung. Stinger's still alive, just about. Scorpion can't get away. Stinger's been clutched by Dead Metal. The wheels are spinning, but there's no one at home, boys. Down in the pit they cry. The Scorpion's on the flame pit. Again, you see, we hold all the aces. Were you brave or were you foolhardy? Who volunteers these days for anything? You did. Ha-ha, we've got you now, says Dead Metal. Stinger in the clutches. Oh! And we forgot to give you another little item of news. We can bring on a substitute like Matilda. Bye-bye, Scorpion. Yes, our sting in the tail was our sub, our super sub, the pretty Matilda. And Stinger's all that's left, and there's little left of Stinger. Inside those wheel-ups, all the electrics and all the mechanics and all the machinery. And we're gonna mash it and bash it and tear it and slice it. Dead Metal's in there as well. Matilda comes in with the flywheel spinning. Down, down, go, go, go. Only 7 seconds for Stinger to survive. But we have our revenge. The house robots came out to play, and they've enjoyed their picnic in the arena, and how.
Roboteers, stand by.
Chaos 2 with the flipper, formidable. At the controls, George Francis, Ian Swan and Richard Swan there as well. Hypnodisc with Dave and Kenneth Rose. The disc against the flipper, the speed of Chaos 2. The best 2 robots in the series have survived. The cream has risen to the top. Stay away from that flipper. Hypnodisc with a low ground clearance, 23mm, but that might not be enough. Slamming in reverse. Comes Chaos 2. The flipper up and over. And stopping there for a moment, the spinning disc. Look at this. Now, has that in any way damaged the flipper of Chaos 2? I think it may have done. No, backs away Chaos 2. Comes in on the attack again. You heard Kenneth saying they have to stop the motors in order to get the spinning disc rotating again. Very near the flame pit, but that I don't think will bother either of these 2 robots. They have plenty of armament. Oh! Flipped up and over. Chaos 2 has won the final. Flipping Hypnodisc. The fears have proven true for the Hypnodisc boys. Chaos 2 came in, got underneath the disc ironically, flipped up and over, and Chaos 2 are the worthy winners of Robot Wars, the champions. Crowned as Hypnodisc lies battered and beaten, the house robots close in. There's a Kilowatt. George Francis will try and keep Chaos 2 away from Matilda and attacks Matilda now. You can see the chainsaws come off the back of Matilda. What an untidy and ghastly sight she makes. Shunt, try to get away from Chaos 2, and why not? The champions want to beat everyone. Taking on Shunt and flipping Shunt over. So 2 of the house robots done. Off comes Shunt's exhaust stack. Chaos 2 once more, toying with the house robots and destroying them. This is great fun, but they will be back, of course, and revenge will be in their hearts for the champions in the next series.
3, 2, 1.
Craig's plan just runs straight to Hypnodisc. He's utterly balmy, or is he? Was that a worthwhile tactic? That certainly isn't. He's done all the hard work, charged the Hypnodisc, got away, and then ran straight at the arena wall. Back again, what a brave effort this is from Splinter. Drive straight on. Could this be one of the biggest shocks ever in Robot Wars? It's certainly a valiant effort so far from Splinter. If they keep attacking on a frontal collision with that disc, they'll protect their more vulnerable sides, of course, Splinter. And maybe, who knows? Oh, no, they won't. There goes the scoop of the front. They didn't quite turn the right way. They turned right into the spinning disc. Things did not go according to plan. And the delight of Ken Rose speaks for itself. There's not much left of Splinter now. Oh dear. Off comes the side. This is painful to watch for the Splinter team. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's marvellous stuff. Look at Splinter. Is there anything left there that works at all? They're still trying valiantly to cover the arena floor. I think that's it now. I don't think there's any controls left. The very innards. Poor old Craig still trying to get... Oh dear, we're seeing it again. Trying to get some sort of traction and mobility out of Splinter. Craig, give it up, mate. Oh, off it comes again. One of the front arms is buckled and tattered and torn. In comes Dead Metal for a slice of what's nice and good for a house robot. The very innards and machinery of Splinter. The draw was hard luck for the Waitmans, but you run the risks and you take the chances in Robot Wars. When you enter, you know what's going to happen to your machines. if you fail at the highest level, and I'm afraid at the very highest level against the awesome power of Hypnodisc. They've been left in splinters somewhat, haven't they? And at least they're smiling. It's gallows humour, of course. Well done, the Wakeman, Stuart and Craig from Taverham High School in Norwich. Great sports. And back to the old drawing board with not a lot of pieces to build on for next time around. Pussycat starting off against Suicidal Tendencies. There's the Dietor and Pussycat team from the rear. Great tag team terror final. The Pussycat comes in against Suicidal Tendencies early on. There's the razor-type beak. Pussycat on its side can drive any which way up. It's a great design, Pussycat, but look, are they going to be clawed? Are they going to be crushed? Don't forget, they can go back and be tagged by Dietor and rescued. There's the two-teeth blade trying to slice through Suicidal Tendencies, and the drive by Pussycat forcing the Tendency on the back foot. It's a trapped robot, a tank-trapped robot. Don't forget Suicidal Tendencies. Now they can push on Pussycat. Will Pussycat go back into the CPZ and be replaced? It's been patched up throughout this series. Look at that. Put a gaffer tape holding it together there, the Pussycat. On a side, they managed to disguise that away from our cameras in the pits. I can tell you that damage, and Suicidal Tendencies is off after the Pussycat boys. We saw that at the back of the Suicidal team. Still the others wait to be tagged. The Steel Avenger, we just caught a glimpse of them going. Dietor there, top of your picture. And out comes Dietor now, and out comes the Steel Avenger. And they're all out there in the arena. All is fair in love and tag team terror war. Over goes the Steel Avenger now from Dietor. Dietor using the scoop bucket. They've got a little memento, a little mascot from Megamorph. The Welsh boys there, the inflatable sheep on board as well. And it's certainly at this moment pushing and shoving the Steel Avenger over on one side. Tony Bates there in the Steel Avenger team would have been pleased with the way that they self-righted. And the two of them are together, the gleaming steel machines again. The Avenger is pushed onto one side, and Pussycat and Dietor, a concerted pincer attack there. Suicidal Tendencies tries to split them up. Good old battle this, isn't it? Look at Dietor, there's hardly any fur left on it. It's balding. Pussycat's blade spins and whirs. In the middle of the picture there, this is Suicidal Tendencies away from Dietor. Look at the sheep, there's nothing left of them. They once came into the arena with a meat and veggie kebab on the spike, their old weapon, and cooked it in the flame pit. And there goes the release button, completely demolished by Pussycat's blade. Down goes the pit. Who's going to go in it? To win the tag team terror contest outright, you have to stop both robots, let me remind you. The ref box in there, Dietor, and there's the Steel Avenger trying to dance around the lip of the pit. Suicidal Tendencies chasing Pussycat, they're all involved. It's been a terrific contest. Pussycat away. I couldn't call this. This is tremendously tight. The judges have to make a decision, and they will. Well, good luck to them. I couldn't decide.
Coming up, maneuvers meet mechanics on Robot Wars. The mechanical mother of all mayhem is back on Tech TV.
That's one of the best tag team terror bouts I've seen. Who won? Well, I don't know. It's up to the judges. While they decide, let's review some robo-action.
Phew, Craig, I'm almost breathless. Interesting how it worked out. Suicidal Tendencies locked with Pussycat almost all the way through, and Dietor locked with the Steel Avenger. Dietor won that battle, I think. But the crucial element here is, did Suicidal Tendencies get the better throughout over Pussycat? I think that could well swing it. You couldn't get a cigarette paper betwixt these two teams. It was that tight. Brilliant battle. Brilliant.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So, who has the bigger flipper? Chaos 2, top of the picture. Thermidor goes in for, well, a tentative look, nothing more. Out comes Bash. Thermidor gets the first flip in on Bash, who retreats away to fight another day, and is toppled. Look at this, Thermidor straight in. Up goes the flipper. Bash flies. Chaos 2 wanted some of the action, and Bigger Brother 2 for that matter. And there goes Bash, toppled by Bigger Brother. Already we can see the power of these pneumatic flippers. This is Really Big Cheese, under pressure from Matilda, and takes a bit of a bash. Really Big Cheese. Oh, those little spikes on the wheels, that's the end of bash. Really Big Cheese now, under pressure from Matilda there on the arena sidewalk. And Chaos 2, slamming into the pit release button. You can hear the siren activated. There's something strange going on, you know, out there. All the robots are attacking the house robots. No one's having a go at each other. Is this some sort of conspiracy against our machines? You dastardly competitors, you. This is not in the rules of house roboteering. I'm sure our poor robots. Bash, look, they're ganging up on him. Kilowatt, remember this. This is Chaos 2, flipping your friend. It's a flipping frenzy out there, and that's what we wanted. Chaos 2 with George Francis and Bigger Brother, with Ian Watts at the controls and Joe Watts, the weapon operator. He's only 8, combining to send Bash up into the air and crashing down into the CPZ. Now they're after the flamethrower. They want to put Bash out of business for all time, I think. Bash into the CPZ and in trouble as the flamethrowers. It come off, I wonder. I think the flamethrower has been discombobulated in the corner. The red bot comes in and says, hang on, I've had enough of this. What's going on? This is terrible teamwork against our boys. Matilda wants a little bit of revenge. Thermidor gets out of the way. Matilda, oh, is there a tear? I think there's a tear for Bash. Is there something going on between Matilda and Bash that we need to know about? We'll find out in the pits maybe a little bit later on. George Francis in there. And Thermidor, the Thermidor team, look at this. With a little flip, not on Matilda, but on Chaos 2. Chaos 2 is overturned. George Francis may smile. And Thermidor 2, at long last, has taken on one of the other competitors here. Now, dodge that flywheel of Matilda. Thermidor 2, taking on Matilda's tusks. That's better. Really Big Cheese is out of it. I think immobilised top left. Only Thermidor's left to fight here. It's a wearying contest. Too much use of the flipper can leave you tired and drained, obviously. Oh, and one last onslaught. Thermidor is the winner of this. Matilda left alone for the house rope.
Stand by.
Our diabolical duo, Razor, reigning world champions. There's the team Vinnie Blood, Simon Scott, Ian Lewis. Onslaught from Bedford, a dad, son and brother-in-law team. Son David there on the left, and Alan in the middle.
2, 1, activate.
We're getting Mark Holland, the brother-in-law of Alan, very much a part of the Onslaught team. Didn't fancy this, did they? Let's be honest. They want to stay out of punishing range of Razor, dodging around Matilda. How about that? Matilda, you were far too slow there. They got in behind Matilda and totally left her for dead. Onslaught trying to stay away from Razor. That's more important, of course. Matilda wants revenge. You can't make me look like a daft old... What? I'm not too sure. One hates to think about descriptions for Matilda, really. Stuff of nightmares. Oh, look at that. They've driven straight onto the Razor beak. And Razor know. That's Vinnie Blood there with the thumbs up. They know now they've got Onslaught. They can do with Onslaught exactly what they want. And that is to let them go, because they know they can come in and crash. There was an attack with a beak weapon. They've got Onslaught by the tyre, by the wheel, a crash. And Onslaught, well, the tyre slightly, only slightly shredded. And it looks to me as if they've got full power and momentum. Or have they? Razor again worrying and nagging, and they pace themselves magnificently in this Southern Annihilator to come strong at the end. Onslaught, well, we better have a go. Charging headlong at Razor. Do you know, I'm not too sure whether they've got full crushing ability or whether they have done throughout. The tyre now fully shredded, so the damage was done. Look at that, the tyre, which had been shredded in the earlier attack, seemed to be okay, but no, it wasn't. And that will be a major problem now for Onslaught's traction on the arena floor. Razor bumps and bashes. Again, almost tentative, though, with the claw. Almost as if they don't want yet to pierce the steel chassis and the covering armour of Onslaught.
Onslaught away, beyond Matilda, beyond the flame, spurting out from the arena floor. They're the remnants of its time. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? Straight back into the CPZ. In comes Razor Onslaught on its side. And I mentioned beforehand, if it was flipped over, it could stream itself right, but not on its side. I don't think so. Against the arena wall, and Matilda pressurised and punctured by Razor. Oh dear! Look at that! Matilda taking one on the shell. The rear of Matilda has never been quite seen like this before, and I have to say, thank goodness Matilda is on fire. Razor is destroying Matilda. There's the flame from Matilda. The tusks were raised. I think it was just the last sort of nervous spasm of Matilda. They're in major... Tildy, what's happened to you? Call on all your friends, the house robots. Kilowatt, do the gallant thing. Take on Razor. Onslaught's long been forgotten. Matilda, Kilowatt, you're a knight of the realm, sir. Get in, sir, and protect your Tildy. No, sir. No such fear. We'll let Tildy bear the brunt of the attack of Razor. Is there anything left of Matilda, I wonder? Onslaught, there's Sergeant Bash to have a jet. There's nothing left of Onslaught, I'm sure. And just when Matilda thought she was away, back come Razor. Down goes the pit. Go on, chuck Tildy down there. Get Matilda in the pit. Oh, Matilda, what's happened to you, dear? I think it's time you took a long rest, Matilda. Go on. Take a long convalescence, Matilda. Was Kilowatt nudging Matilda towards the pit there, everyone? I'm not too sure. The house robots seem to be teaming up with Razor against poor old Matilda. What's going on? Billy Blood and the Razor team have won this Southern Annihilator. Poor old Matilda, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What on earth has happened to the darling of Robot Wars? Matilda, yes, I know, it's sad, isn't it? But she is our darling. Oh, Matilda, we will not waltz with you for a while, it would seem. On the flame pit again. Well, Onslaught, eventually. Dead Metal doing the right thing by Matilda. Onslaught in the pit. Razor have won the Southern Annihilator. And now Sir Kilowatt can come in for revenge. You're a little bit too late, Knight of the Realm. But what's to happen to poor old Matilda from now on in the red pot? Taking one last lingering look. Will this be the last we ever see of Matilda, I wonder? Razor, strong enough to be our Southern survivor.